So then, it's time to try something new. Hello and welcome to our guess what is the pilot of the Real Football Cast. Thinking along the lines of why spend so much time writing, let's take that time to talk. So I'm going to do exactly that, as there are 4 Premier League games coming up tonight in about an hour from now as I record this and get it uploaded onto YouTube, so I better be quick. The pick of the games is undoubtedly Manchester United versus Everton. Both teams have come away with disappointing results at the weekend. United drawing at home to West Brom. That in itself has probably put a big dent in their hopes for the top 4. Should they not win tonight, you would then think that Jose Mourinho will probably put all his eggs into the Europa League basket. And talking of the Europa League, Everton will probably have to make do with that next season if they are to secure European football, which does look likely now, due to the fact that their Merseyside derby defeat on Saturday has killed off any slight hopes of a top 4 finish. So there'll be a lot riding on that game. United also have the return of Zlatan Ibrahimovic back to the fold, and that's going to be much needed with the fact that they have not picked up maximum points in the 2 league matches that the Mercurial Swede has been out, and also the fact that they've been dumped out of the FA Cup and relinquished their grip on the trophy that they won last season. The 3 other games will go first to the King Power Stadium, where champions Leicester are looking like champions all of a sudden, albeit their league position doesn't reflect that. It's 4 wins in a row, and they will be looking likely to get a 5th as they face basement club Sunderland. Sunderland and their manager David Moyes have had a week or at least a few days to forget. Defeat to Watford on Saturday has been coupled up with David Moyes offering out slaps to female reporters. So not a great few days for Sunderland. Is it going to get any better tonight? I doubt it. What with Craig Shakespeare leading Leicester to 4 wins on the bounce. That's the first time a British manager has done that, and you can't see anything rather than a 5th tonight. Moving on now, Burnley-Stoke. Burnley's fortress has been somewhat prized open on Saturday as high-flying Tottenham came away with a 2-0 win. Credit to them, as many teams have failed to do that. If you take into account Chelsea only managed to get a draw. I think it's off the top of my head only Manchester City and Arsenal that have managed to actually come away from Turf Moor with all 3 points. But that is a positive for Spurs, and Burnley will look to bounce back and reinforce that fortress tonight as they take on Mark Hughes' Stoke City. Stoke themselves come into this game off the back of a defeat to Leicester. A game you could probably fairly say they were outclassed. Stoke, they're looking towards an upper mid-table finish. When you sort of look at the positions that are already locked, you'd have to say that 8th is the realistic best, but more realistically, they'll be looking at 9th. And finally, the 8th place team, that is West Brom, they travel to Watford, and they will be looking to bounce off the 2 positive results they've had either side of the international break. A draw at Old Trafford on Saturday is coupled up with a win at the Hawthorns against Arsenal. So 4 points from 6, where many would probably have considered them to say, well, what would they have really got from that? So testament to how well West Brom are playing this season, and they look a lock-in for 8th place, which is far greater than anyone would have expected them to get at the beginning of the season. And their opponents, Watford, a welcome win on Saturday against Sunderland. That has alleviated any real pressure of them going down. That said, they can't really rest on their laurels. I could probably see that one being a draw, to be honest. You don't quite know with Watford, but if they are going to get points, it's more likely at home. So perhaps a score draw. Troy Deeney's in my fantasy football teams. That'd be really nice. So yeah, I've literally whizzed through all 4 matches. Probably could do it in more depth, but this is just a pilot, see how it works. I'm going to stick it on YouTube. Feedback will be welcome, and I might do some more across the few games between now and the end of the season. I'm not even going to bother to edit it because it's just a rough cut and I want my dinner. So we'll leave it at that, and thanks for listening.